English actor Matt Smith is currently on a roll with his recent starring in House of the Dragon. Let's not forget that the actor also played a role in The Crown. And speaking of this series, recently Matt Smith was told that the Queen used to watch The Crown on a projector on a Sunday night. But who revealed this info to him? Keep on watching to find out more. So did the late Queen Elizabeth II watch The Crown on a projector? Here's what the actor Matt Smith had to say. According to Matt Smith, who made an appearance on the Today Show on September 18th, the Queen allegedly used to watch The Crown on a projector on a Sunday night. However, he is certain that Prince Philip didn't. However, Smith did seem to gain one fan from his portrayal of Prince Philip, Prince Harry. He described how Harry approached him, shook his hand, and said, "Granddad," when they first met at the polo, which sounds grander than it actually was. The most recent celebrity to honor Queen Elizabeth II after her death on September 8th is Matt Smith, who played Prince Philip in the first 2 seasons of The Crown. On a recent episode of Today, the actor claimed that the Queen used to use a projector to watch the well-known Netflix series. "I heard the Queen watched it," Smith said. "Yeah, and she used to watch it on a projector on a Sunday night apparently. And I know that Prince Philip definitely didn't." Philip was reportedly not a fan of the show, according to the actor, who recounted how a close friend of the late Duke of Edinburgh's asked him if he had watched the Netflix series when they were both at dinner. "Don't be ridiculous," Prince Philip reportedly said in response. Then, Prince Philip sat next to a friend of Smith's at dinner, and Smith claims that he believes Philip inquired about his friend's involvement with the Crown. Following the arrival of the first, second, and third courses, Smith's companion couldn't help but inquire if Prince Philip had watched The Crown at the end of the meal. Smith said, and supposedly he turned around to him and said, "Don't be ridiculous." Moving on to the Queen's wake, Smith, who was unable to travel back to the UK in time to witness the Queen's funeral procession on September 19th, said that he would watch it at a nearby pub with some pals. According to the actor, there won't ever be another monarch who reigns for 70 years. He believes it to be a significant piece of history. She has seen 13 prime ministers coming and going, 14 presidents, or something similar, and he simply wants to be in London to witness it and take part in the ceremony. And for those of you who are curious if the series will return, Season 5 of The Crown is scheduled to premiere in November of this year. Truly, Matt Smith's portrayal of Prince Philip in The Crown is memorable, but knowing the actor, he always gives his best to every role bagged. Speaking of, we might as well share with you the actor's 10 best movies according to Rotten Tomatoes. Starting at number 10, we have the 2018 biopic Mapplethorpe. In the title role, Matt Smith made an appearance, portraying the protagonist through his highs and lows as he rose to fame as a photographer known for his daring photographs. Reviewers that didn't give Mapplethorpe the finest marks since they thought the tone was off-kilter and that there was some doubt as to whether or not Mapplethorpe was meant to be a tragic figure. Nevertheless, Matt Smith's performance was praised for his efforts in making the movie interesting to watch. Next, on the number 9 spot, we have Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. The story of the well-known novel is altered in the horror comedy Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, so that the main cast is threatened by zombies. Elizabeth's issues were made worse when Matt Smith showed up as a potential suitor for her. The film's bizarre premise and mediocre action scenes drew a variety of reactions. The movie's humor, which also included Smith's contribution to illustrate how awkward the dialogue of the era might be when viewed through a modern perspective, was nevertheless praised. Then, at the number 8 spot, we have the 2018 film Charlie Says. In the biographical drama Charlie Says, which examines the impact Manson had on his cult, Matt Smith took on the audacious role of Charles Manson. The impact of Manson's acts is evident in the movie, as it shows his influence as he gradually transforms his followers into murderers. Charlie Says received appreciation for approaching the information about Charles Manson dramatically. Smith was praised for his dedication to the movie and for changing who he was for the movie. Now, at the number 7 spot, we have 2021 film The Forgiven. In The Forgiven, a Western couple unintentionally hits and runs over a child while visiting Morocco. Their subsequent efforts to cover up the occurrence result in the dissolution of their marriage and having to face the consequences of their actions. The couple's corrupted acquaintance, played by Matt Smith, tempts them even farther into their most heinous vices. The Forgiven received praise for the cast's powerful performance, but received criticism for not developing the issue of the character's use of Western luxury to evade punishment, and for putting too much emphasis on their extramarital affairs. Moving on to number 6, we have the horror film Last Night in Soho. The dream-based horror film Last Night in Soho will give people who have trouble handling this subgenre nightmare. The story centers on a young woman who, by some mysterious means, arrives in the 1960s and befriends another woman before understanding understanding that she might be experiencing paranormal visions. The part of Anya Taylor-Joy's uncaring lover, who is in charge of trapping his sweetheart in a horrific scheme, was played by Matt Smith. The magnificent sights and intriguing premise of Last Night in Soho were well praised, but some people took issue with the abrupt change in tone in the film's ending that wasn't consistent with the rest of the story. Now, on to the upper half. At number 5, we have the 2019 film Official Secrets. Official Secrets, starring Keira Knightley, is based on the true account of Katherine Gunn, who revealed the illegal NSA operation that allowed for the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Martin Bright, a journalist who assists Gunn in exposing the scheme, is played by Matt Smith. Official Secrets was hailed as a compelling drama, and Smith was commended for giving the lead actress and Ralph Fiennes strong backing. Now, on to number 4, is the latest of his projects, which is House of the Dragon. Game of Thrones is renowned as a television program that excels at creating entire worlds, and the series has now been enlarged as a result of the prequel House of the Dragon. Prince Daemon Targaryen, played by Smith, is the star of the show, which focuses on the power struggle within the Targaryen family. House of the Dragon has right away won accolades for its high production standards, intricate plots, and stirring performances. In a show that has gained back the viewers that the contentious Game of Thrones finale had lost, Smith has been making waves for his flamboyant, out-of-character performance as Daemon. Finally, we're in the top 3. At number 3, we have his performance as Prince Philip in The Crown. After Doctor Who, Matt Smith's role as the young Prince Philip in the television series The Crown brought him his second big break in the public eye. Smith received acclaim for giving The Crown's tragic scenes a real feel, and his chemistry with Claire Foy's Queen Elizabeth II was commended. Because Elizabeth II's monarchy is divided into distinct eras on The Crown, Smith only played the part for the first 2 seasons before leaving. However, the actor continues to receive praise from critics and is credited with helping The Crown become so successful. Surprisingly, at number 2 is Matt Smith's stint as the 11th Doctor in Doctor Who. Since Matt Smith's incarnation of the title character provided a lot of youthful energy, he is regarded as one of the best doctors in Doctor Who history. Along with being associated with characters like Amy Pond, River Song, and Clara Oswald, the 11th Doctor had to contend with the potential of his impending death during his time on the time-traveling television program. Smith received accolades for creating an extremely likable, weird, and dark 11th Doctor when the situation called for it. Matt Smith's success also got its start with Doctor Who. And finally, Smith's best performance is in the 2020 horror film His House. Despite being universally praised for deviating from the horror template, His House failed to garner much attention when it was first released. An asylum-seeking Sudanese couple learns that their rundown home, where they are currently residing, is displaying them their previous transgressions. As the couple's caseworker, Matt Smith plays a supporting character and serves to highlight how it will be difficult for outsiders to trust the protagonist's sufferings. His House won praise from critics for how it subtly depicts the grief and paranoia of the family. As a result, many viewers were able to identify with them, especially considering that it's a terrible depiction of PTSD in horror style. And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode about Matt Smith. For you, what do you think is the actor's best performance? Let us know in the comment section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. See you next time, and thanks for watching.